Hey, welcome back to Project 21F. My name is Nick. Thank you very much for watching this video. Like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. It helps YouTube decide what goes into a person's feed when they're requesting information about restoring a 1967 Mustang GT Convertible. 67, 65. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. There's a little preview of what might be coming next. So today we're working on mocking up the car. We're working on getting the car put together. Just so we can see if the pieces go together, if they're the right parts, and if they'll work and play together with each other. That's what we're working on today. Let's get started. This is the firewall. This is essentially where your feet would go if you were on the driver's side or the passenger side, and the tunnel, transmission tunnel, would be here, and this would be underneath the dash. Now this is a universal piece, meaning that it works for both the coupe, fastback, and convertible. But as you may know, the convertible has extra bracing along the frame rails, which makes the space between the right and left half of this piece narrower because that frame rail extrudes through the firewall. So what we did was we started building a pattern of the opening that we need to cut, and the way that we were able to figure out what that pattern should look like is with the next set of pieces that also goes on here, which is the inside of the torque box. Now the torque box essentially creates a triangle. A triangle between the firewall and the front of the car, which gives the car added strength and ties the frame rails to the side of the car, ties the frame rails to the firewall, ties the whole thing together and gives it a tremendous amount of strength. So this is the inside portion of the passenger side. So this is actually going to go over here. And so what we did was we took this measurement here, and figured out how big that was, like that, see? And then we took from this bend to the top of the opening, which is about like that. There you go, kind of see pretty good. And then we created this tab, and then a corner tab based on the cuts that we did. So if you look down here, you can see that the opening's been cut open based on the size of the template. We've cut and bent this tab out just like this tab is. We've cut and bent this tab out just like this tab, and then we added a little extra tab for the angled part of the inside of the firewall, inside of the frame rail, and you're going to see that in just a second. So we did that both on this side for the passenger side, as well as for the driver's side over here. You can kind of see down here, we've also cut that out to match up with that. So the challenge of getting this piece in is that it actually goes underneath the floor pan. This lip goes under the floor pan, so it's a little bit of massaging and wiggling and squirming and hitting with a hammer, pounding, making noise to get it to fit into place. So let's do that step next. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to wrestle an alligator. Well, we're going to wrestle a firewall. But it's going to feel like we're wrestling an alligator because it'll want to do a whole bunch of things that we don't want it to do. So first what we'll do, we'll get this piece down here and somewhat in position. Oh, gosh, it's heavy. You always want to wear a pair of gloves when you're working with sheet metal because it is not forgiving at all. And you should just want to know that you just have to have a little patience to make it do what it's going to do. All right, so now we get it up underneath the top of the frame rails, on top of the floor supports. Okay, so I bent that tab down after I put this in. So let's bend it back up. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Okay. Looking good so far. Just gotta wheels a little into place. Now comes the hard part, getting this shape to match up with that shape. Sometimes you have to convince it. Let's see if we can push it down with this. And hit it with a hammer. Okay, so that's in on that side. Okay, getting up to this side over here. Let's say it over here. Okay, looks like it's underneath the floor pan. And it is now sliding into place. Okay, alrighty then, how about that? Look at that. Something did what it was supposed to do. I have a good feeling that the car is probably realizing at this point that it's not going to the junkyard and it's actually going to get restored. Seeing new pieces come together probably is giving it some enthusiasm. All right, let's try this piece on this side, and this here is gonna sandwich between the tab on the firewall and the frame rail. This one and this one will sandwich underneath in between, and see if we can make that work. Like that. Okay, looks like it needs some convincing. Bada boom. Now, if I had a long enough clamp, I'd be able to hold this in place so it wouldn't be doing that kind of thing, but you get the point. That all works together good. Let's grab this other one. Let's grab this guy and get this guy in here. This way? Yeah, this way? Yeah, sure. Why not? It's a little tight on this side. All right. So there you go. So now we have, again, it's just a mock-up. It's nothing permanent. We now have a firewall in place, and it kind of centers itself in the position that it wants to be between the frame rails, using the transmission tunnel to kind of center itself. Obviously, we'll need to do some adjusting side to side like this, front to back on both sides, but that's good to go. That's a pretty good deal. The inside piece of the torque boxes are where they're supposed to be. We know that it all kind of works together and plays nice together. Let me grab this other camera so you can see. See, so this is the torque box here. This is the firewall. This is the firewall. This is the firewall. This is the firewall. This is the torque box inside there, and then the torque box inside there. And as you can see, it all goes up in there like that. That'll get welded together. That plate will be welded to the plate underneath to give it extra strength and begin the process of creating that triangle. Here's the other side. Up in here. up in here. I don't know if you can see down in there. Let's see, where's the camera? Camera's there. So right down in there, you can see the secondary. See, I'm moving that around. That's the torque box is in there. This is the firewall, and torque box is right there. So everything slides into place. Everything goes where it's supposed to go. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. In fact, I'm ecstatic. Things go the way they're supposed to go. And number one, it's unusual for me. And number two, it's unusual for me. Oh no! Man down! Hold please. We have to recover my phone. Are you okay? Are you all right? I think you got a broken leg. Oh, you're bleeding right there. I can see, no, there's some scratches over there. Okay, hold on. Okay, there you go. You better now? Now you created drama in the shop? Stop moving around. So that's what we got there. Let's see what else we can have fun with. We could do the front frame rails and fender aprons. Ooh, we could do that. And then we could do the export brace. Ooh, we got lots of stuff we can do. This is bent, so let's fix that. My adjustment tool. Okay, that was perfect. Exactly where that was supposed to go. All right, so now we have to do a couple of things. We have to, let's see if this stuff can be removed without causing the whole thing to fall apart. Right now the car is on the final assembly dolly, but only temporarily because we don't have the front end of the car on. And I have under here, I have this brace, which is holding up the car. Really should have one on the other side too. Oh, uh-oh, now we got trouble. If we can get this crap out of here. Okay, you're in the way. You get a new car, and you get a new car. Hold on. Let's move these pieces. Easy. Okay, so this cart has the ability to expand and contract. So what we have to do is we have to take this front arm, loosen the back, and bring the front arm all the way out, and that's going to connect. That's going to connect where the lower control arms go. So let's do that. Let's do that next. Okay, I'm going to need a big wrench. Do I have a big wrench? I thought I did. Hey, look, I got a big wrench. Hey, look at one of them. Big wrench. Big wrench. Oh, it's actually undone. Okay, so that's fine. Is the other side? No, the other side. Of course, the other side's not undone. So let's go over here. And you can play along too by seeing what's going on over there. And now, unfortunately, I have to crawl under the car. I really don't want to hurt myself today. Really, really don't want to hurt myself today. Oh, gosh. Oh, okay. Okay. So now we gotta loosen this. That's loose. Okay. Number one valve open. Submerge. Number 2 valve open. Submerge. Okay, that didn't work. Let's try loosening them some more. And you're tight now. What is happening here? loose, loose as a goose. Okay, now we got to go back to the front. Oh, go back to the front. Beep. Back to the front. Okay, why? Okay, I think you want to be convinced, and I'll have to convince you. Oh. Okay, why is that going? Okay, let's, oh, ow, oh, ow. These are both very loose. So why? Is there pressure maybe? Maybe there's pressure on the front of the car. Oh, don't hurt yourself, please, please. Oh, that's right in the head. Yep, that was great. Must be me knocking myself out. All right, so maybe there's too much pressure on the front of the car to slide that out. So let's put this guy underneath the other side. I'm sure it's probably twisting terribly. Oh, goodness, okay. Well, this just became infinitely more complicated than I wanted it to. Let's get that out of the way so you can see what's going on. And mostly for insurance purposes when the car crushes me. Get a little piece of cardboard to protect the paint. And wiggle my way somehow, maybe? No. Negative. Ghost Rider. The pattern is full. Okay. Oh. Good stuff. Yeah. Okay, hey, how you doing? Welcome to the underside of the car. We haven't seen the underside of the car in a while. Let's just say hi. Hi, car. How are you? I'm great. I'm all painted and ready to go. Just when you guys get your act together, maybe we can actually do something worthwhile. I did my part. When you didn't do your part? That's rude. Yeah, well, that's how things go sometimes. Okay, so now we're gonna do both sides of the car like we should have done at the beginning. That's okay. That's okay. What is making all this crazy? Oh, sorry. I don't need those. These are great because, and these are like trailer jack stands. They're great because you can change the height of something by a very small amount because of the screw jack, rather than a jack stand where it just has, 6 increments or 7 increments or whatever it is, and that's the height you're stuck with. Okay, so let's get you going. I'm just not understanding what I gotta do with that center. Okay, so this looks better. Now I have to figure out how to get up. Give me just a moment while I contemplate my life choices. Let's go ahead and go up a little higher. And then maybe we can pound that guy in. Okay. Oh my goodness. That was an exercise. All right, let's even out this side before we start hitting anything. Oh, the cardboard came out. Let's turn it off. Okay, now both sides are secure. Let's figure out, maybe I need to use a piece of wood in between the hammer or a bigger hammer. Woo! I don't know if I got anything. I guess I could use that. All right. Probably should use ear protection because it's going to be steel on steel. So, fire in a hole. Let's see what could go wrong, right? All right, let's see what happens when I hit it with this. Let's use some gloves, just in case something decides to jump out and bite me. You never know. Okay, that was good. It's working, slowly, but surely. Whoa, that could have been bad. Let me go the other side. All right, let's go from this side. I can damage both arms. Moving. Oh. Let's hope that's enough. Ouch. Arms day today. Didn't realize it was going to be Arms Day. Had no idea. Okay, so. Oh yeah, that's got to be enough. That's got to be plenty. Okay, so what we got now is oofta. Okay, we get some more pieces and parts. Okay, so we have the front of the cart extended. This piece is going to connect to that, and then it's going to connect to where the upper control arm connects. Let's pull this guy out some more. And hopefully that's going to be enough. I pray that it's going to be enough. And we're going to need some bolts, which I hope are in here. All right, so that's going to be into part one. So the next step is going to be, when we come back, is we're going to work on the front end and see if we can get the front end done.